Well, in Asia is very wide. You got the Middle East, you got the East with India, and it's a big country. Then you got the Far East with Korea, Japan, China. You got now Australia, even in Asia, in football, and then you got Southeast Asia. So it is not like in Europe, where you have everything in Europe. Asia is very, very big. To me, it's too big.
Okay.
Personally, I think they should divide Asia at least in two regions. But Southeast Asia is special again. If you look at Thailand, because I've been coaching in Thailand as well, Vietnam, Singapore, Malaysia, and then Indonesia, they're very similar in culture. Football is similar, but passion is different. Well, after being here for now more than 15 years and coaching in Malaysia in 4 years, Singapore 6 years, Thailand half a season to help, now Indonesia 8 months, I think I know a little bit about Southeast Asia football. Yeah.
That a specialist?
I'm still learning. I'm learning. But I'm learning. I'm learning about the way how it is done in the countries, and what I feel very appreciative about is that I can learn about a new culture. And to me, not being in Indonesia now for 8 months, you've got a fantastic culture, beautiful country, and the people are very warm, very helpful. And when I see the possibilities, I get only enthusiastic, but because at the same time frustrated, because there's too many stops, there's too many hinders to achieve better things, and that has to do with the heritage of the culture. The country is developing, and when you get countries developing like Indonesia at a very fast speed, you get a lot of greed, and that is something I can see very, very clearly. The greed with the people that have the power to get more out of it, instead of thinking long term how to achieve things in sports, because we are in sports. And to me, Indonesia, of all the countries, Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, Vietnam, they got the best possibilities. They got the best talents. They got the best infrastructure in terms of football culture. There is a big question in my mind: why are we not succeeding better in Indonesia? And that is very interesting for me to find out. So part of my job is not to make only Arema Indonesian champion, but also to learn about the football culture of Indonesia, and hopefully help by bringing Arema up to a different level, help Indonesian football to bring up to a different level. No, it was for me the next move in my life. Before that, I was the technical director in Malaysia for 3 years. I coached one of the teams. After that, financially they had no money, so it looks very similar to Arema. We don't have salaries, but it's a different situation. Arema is a private club. They can have a lot of money. They can have a lot of sponsors, and this is also one of the questions I cannot answer yet. How is it possible that a team like Arema Indonesia, from a wealthy city like Malang is a very nice wealthy city, doesn't have the means to support the championship team in Indonesia? And to me, I'm only looking for answers. I'm learning from that. It's not about magic. In football, there's no such thing as magic.
Okay. So what is your philosophy?
We can't put out the things on the sleeves, and it's about sound analyzing of the current situation. So when I came to Arema Indonesia, Arema Malang in those days, what is the situation in Arema Malang? What have they done? What have they achieved? Have they had any vision to grow? And when I saw all the possibilities, one of the first things was that Arema Malang, and with the logo as well, didn't give confidence.
Okay.
It was like everything was enclosed. So the fire of Arema that always exists was burning up itself. That creates a lot of problems, which we see this year. Arema has a lot of problems due to certain structures within the club. So the first thing I did was I changed the name Arema Malang to Arema Indonesia, because Indonesia has got a much broader...
It was your idea?
Oh yes, of course.
Okay.
So I think maybe on the back Arema Indonesia. So I changed that.
Yeah.
There. So don't enclose it. Make it open. Make it grow.
Okay.
There's a lot of how should we call it, philosophy in that.
Yeah.
Philosophy. And then another important thing was to make sure that everybody works as one team. When I joined the club, some people came and some people came and some people came, and I didn't know who they were. So I had to ask all the time, who's that, who's that, who's that? So maybe we were having the gatherings, everybody was in different groups. So I said, no, that should not be the case. We are one team, one spirit, salam satu jiwa, one soul, and we should be together as a team. So the doctor is as important as the coach. The kit man, the equipment manager is as important as the coach. The people that clean are as important as anybody else. So I created an understanding that nobody can be without anybody. We need each other. And of course this was maybe a bit new to many, but they started to understand the concept. And with that I can start giving task distribution. That means you do your job, you got your responsibility. You do your job, you got your responsibility. I'm only there to make sure you do your job. I'm there to make sure you do your job. And I think after a while that started to pay off. The players started to feel the coaching team is one team. There's no backstabbing.
Okay.
Like you see I've seen with other Indonesian teams. There's like no trust. But the first thing I was building on within the club is trust. So coaches, players, staff came together and trusted each other. And that is the most important.